All right, y'all. Story time. Client said she was a witch. So I sent her butt home. Now, this has been getting a lot of attention on TikTok recently. You have a Christian nail artist who received a booking from a woman wanting to get her nails done, right? Now, this woman lived 3 hours away, drove 3 hours. When she got to the nail salon, this is what happened. All right. So I believe her name is Humble Me Nails on TikTok. I'll link her page down below for credit and all that good stuff. Let's get into the story. I'm curious to know exactly what went down.
Story time on a client that told me she was a witch, and I 100% sent her away. For reference, I'm making this video, and I've tried to make this video 9 times, and it keeps on deleting. I have no idea why. Secondly, I'm pretty sure she is going to make a video. She's a pretty viral content creator as well. I don't follow her personally, but I just want to tell you my story. I'm going to try and break it up and stop the video because when I make the video full throttle, for some reason, it deletes. So to start off, she comes to my nail room. It is a nighttime appointment, which nighttime appointments are always a little bit scary for me, but you have to work, right? So she comes in, and I immediately sensed uncomfortability. I immediately sensed that this is not good. And I felt uncomfortable to the point where I didn't want to even be in my body. I couldn't explain the feeling that I got. When I got the chills, I felt like uncomfortable. And she comes in here, she introduces herself. She tells me how she found me on TikTok. I still haven't opened my reins to just like be comfortable to talk. I'm just kind of really just like hi and bye kind of thing. She tells me what she wants to do to her nails. Now, for a reference again, yes, she is very dark in the sense of dark hair. She does like dark makeup and stuff like that. That stuff does not scare me whatsoever. That's not what it was. It was that I can sense something. I felt something. I can't explain it. So she sits down. She tells me, what her inspo is. And I was like, oh, well, what do you want to do on your nails? And she was just like, I have a lot of things that I have. I have like a whole board. So I'll send you like my favorites. I said, okay, you could just send them to my phone and we can, go over it. She's like, do you have AirDrop? I said, no, I don't have AirDrop with like, I think I do, but I don't know how to set it up because I think it's only for my contacts. She's like, okay, she sets it up for me. She AirDrops me the photos. So 6 photos come through. Yes, I am heightened and I'm on like I'm already scared. I don't know how to explain it. But she sends me the photos. I get them on AirDrop and it pops up onto my gallery. And I see these shaped thingies. And I'm like, what did you just send me? And then she was just like, so there's 3 photos of the reference, and then those 3 are sigils that I want to put on my nails. So I was just like, wait, what? And she was just like, those 3 are sigils, and I want to put them on my nails. And then the reference pictures are the red and black pictures. She sent me this like Pinteresty thing, like I don't know what she sent me. Okay. So I'll try to add it. So no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. But so I said, what is this? Like, I don't get it. What are you? Because I was calling it out. That's what I felt like I was doing. And you guys can call me crazy. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care. But I said, what are you? And she was just like, what do you mean, what am I? I'm like, why are we putting this on your, like, why do you want to put this on your nails? Why, I'm not doing this. And then she was just like, I'm not, I was like, is this brujeria? What is this? And she was just like, brujeria, what is that? I was like, I don't know. Are you doing some dark magic or something like that? Because I'm not into that whatsoever. And I'm not doing that on your nails at all. Like, I'm not. And she was just like, I am a witch, but it's not anything bad. I would let you know if it was bad. It's not bad. I'm not going to put anything bad on my nails. I don't care. I don't care if you're gonna put something bad or if you're not gonna put something bad. At that moment, I stopped and I told her, I'm so sorry. I can't explain to you what's going on with me. I'm not okay, and I need you to leave. I just need you to leave. I feel uncomfortable, and I don't feel comfortable doing your nails. I don't. And she said, I drove 3 hours to get my nails done by you. Well, I'll give you gas because I'm not doing your nails. And I couldn't even explain to, like, not that I couldn't. I just haven't even explained to my man, like, the situation. Because I can't explain what was taking place. So even when I went inside, it was just like, you don't know what I just experienced, right? So, she's like, I'm not going to leave. I just came all this way to come get my nails done by you. I think you're really sweet. I love how you are. And I just want you to do my nails. And I don't want to say this and it comes off really bad. It felt like a blanket. It felt like something was I felt like I was trying to be tricked. I felt like it was a test. I can't explain it. I felt like it was a test. And I told her, you need to leave. I can't do your nails. I cannot do your nails. I'm so sorry. I cannot do your nails. You have to leave. And I feel uncomfortable. And it may not even be you. It's just right now I cannot do your nails. And I try to be as nice as possible. Maybe I am summing it up to sound maybe a little bit nicer than how I reacted. I feel as if I was having an outer body experience. I feel as if I'm a child of God. And I feel that I've been brought up a child of God and anointed and been surrounded by love, peace, and Jesus himself. I can't explain it, but I felt as if I let something enter my nail room by the front door, and I needed to leave immediately. And I know she drove all this way, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, she's going to make a video, and you can say what you want, but the presence I felt when she came through and the things that she was saying was extremely uncomfortable. And I'm going to screenshot it right now. I'm trying to make the video. I'm going to pause it. Let's see what happens. Okay, it saved. Okay, it saved, y'all. So, and I just feel like I'm trying to get the video out there, and it's just like not letting me get the video out there. So she left, and she wrote me a really long message, and I don't know. I feel like, please be aware of your surroundings. I don't know any other time that you would be in the beauty industry that you do something that you don't want to do, but like when doing nails, when interacting with people, like please understand that if you're saved, and I can't even tell you guys what the message I'm trying to say right now, but when I was telling her to leave, you have to leave, you have to leave, you have to leave, I felt it getting stronger and stronger, the urge for her to leave. And I did yell, and I did say, get out, I need you to leave, because she wasn't listening to me, and I needed her to leave right then and there. The Holy Spirit was really telling me in that moment, like, you need to leave, and I can't explain it to people that don't understand. Like, if you just don't understand, you're not going to get it. I'm not going to turn off the comments on here, and I'm not going to make it a thing where it's honestly, if you can't, it's about to cut off, y'all. I'll make a part 2.
So, sometimes it's hard to explain in words when you encounter these types of situations. But in the spirit, it makes complete sense. You know what I mean? And the interesting part is, so she walks in, so she drove 3 hours, which is absolutely insane. I don't know anything about this type of stuff, because obviously I don't be getting my nails done. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sweet like that. I don't be doing that. But from a woman's standpoint, is it typical to drive 3 hours to get your nails done? That seems like a lot. I wouldn't even drive more than 30 minutes to get a haircut. You know what I mean? And you know how I feel about my haircuts. I need my haircuts. A sigil. This is what she asked. She said, I want you to draw these 3 sigils on my nails, right? So what's a sigil? A symbol with a specific magical or mystical meaning, often representing an intention, desire, or outcome. Historically, sigils were seen as the pictorial signature of a spirit, granting some control over the being. But modern usage, particularly in chaos magic, involves creating a custom symbol from a personal goal. They are created to focus intent, can be charged with energy, and used in various practices for manifestation, protection, and other purposes. Pagan. Long story short, right? And this whole conversation of like, oh, it's okay, like I'm a good witch, I'm not one of them bad witches, I'm a good witch. I don't know what type of PR company these witches got nowadays. Ain't no such thing as a good witch. Ain't no such thing. Y'all trying to flip the script. Y'all trying to change. Y'all trying to rebrand witches. Like, that's very interesting. Historically, they were seen as a pictorial signature of a spirit, granting some control over the being. That's very interesting. So this is what she wanted you to participate in. And I saw a comment that was very interesting. It's one of the top comments, actually. I'll put it on the screen. So this is what Jay said. Jay said, some of these commenters don't understand that her asking you to paint the sigils was asking you to participate. You don't know what they mean, and frankly, their meaning does not matter. Asking you to draw symbols that represent things that are not of God is asking you to expose yourself, and that is not a fair ask. I think that's very fair. that comment is like, that's a very fair, spot on comment. You can't sit here and ask me to participate in whatever type of mystical magic that you got going on, even if it's the quote good kind of magic that you say it is. And I also saw somebody else in the comment. What does somebody else say? Somebody else said that it's actually not that bad. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So this is what Sarah said. So Sarah said, sigils are not always bad. They can be for protection, abundance, manifestation, chakra aligning. First rule of Wicca is to do no harm, and any evil that is done is sent back to sender tenfold. I understand that you felt uncomfortable and the vibe was off, but please don't see Wiccan as a bad thing, because it's mostly nature and giving thanks to the earth for the abundance it gives us. It's not Satanism, but I'm sorry you felt that way. Listen, you're giving thanks to the earth for the abundance that it has given you. You understand that the earth is creation. Why are you sitting here bowing down and worshiping the earth when you could give praise and thanks and honor and worship to God, the one who created the earth? So you're creating idols for yourself, right? You're saying it's not that bad. It's for protection. It's for abundance. It's for manifestation. It's for chakra aligning. Okay, but did you check with God? Because God's a protector. Did you check with God about, abundance that you speak of? Because God's a provider. Did you check with God about this manifestation? Because maybe the thing that you're trying to manifest is actually not even good for you in the first place. Maybe you weren't meant to manifest and obtain that thing that you're striving towards. Maybe it's going to do more harm than good. From a chakra standpoint, listen, this is all just pagan stuff, dog. Like, if you ain't aligned with God, if you don't tap in with God, if you do not seek him first in all that you do, then you are going to be out of alignment. There's no amount of chakra aligning that you can do that's going to get you back in alignment if you're not aligned with God. So anyway, this whole argument of like, it's not bad, it's good. Frankly, it's just deception to justify the idols that you have created in your heart. That's all it really is. It's just deception. And the reason why you don't want to follow God, because God offers everything that you're seeking. God has that for you. And he has the perfect goodness of all those things that you are seeking, because he is perfect and he is good. God has that for you. But you also understand that if you're going to seek God, there's a certain submission that is required. And most people don't want to submit. Most people don't want to follow God. They want to lead. They want to be their own God. And they want to try to figure it out with their own wisdom and understanding. So although you say it's not Satanism and you say it's not bad, if it's not rooted in God, then ultimately it's going to lead you astray. And you're going to end up further and further away from God. And as we all know, we don't get to live forever here on this earth, that is, right? In this current form. We will pass. We will all experience death at some point in time. And there is only one who defeated death and offers eternal life. It's not the Wicca. It's not the manifestation. It ain't the chakra aligning. You ain't finna stand before God and say, but my chakras are aligned. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just like, yo. Somebody else said, just more proof that us witches are more accepting of other people and their religions. And FYI, witches are not evil. I spend my time helping and doing things for others, never harming anyone. It's just deception, though. It's just because if you don't know the one who is truly good, then you don't actually know what good is. You don't have a proper reference of what good is because you don't know the one who is truly good. So when you talk about this, just more proof that us witches are more accepting of what? I don't want to be accepting of something that is false. If something is false, if something is harmful, I don't want to be accepting of that. I want to call that out. I want to lead people in the right direction. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. What do y'all think? Get in my comments, like this video. I'm out, y'all.